All right, next lesson, the importance of delay in live looping. This is one of the most important lessons. It's about the delay, which is an effect, and the delay is this one. A delay is basically a repetition of what you're saying. So for example, if I say repetition, it will repeat my word repetition. Repetition. All right. And why it's so important in live looping? And first of all, I want to thank my dear pal Tribal Need for teaching me this. Because the first time I used the loop station, he says, you need a delay, because delay will help you with your looping. And what it meant by that is that basically the delay is your metronome. If you follow me on YouTube, if you follow my stream, if you follow my songs, you can clearly see that most of the time I'm using the delay. You know, my bandmate says, hey, stop using that fucking delay because, you know, you messed up stuff. But that's the point, because you need to glue everything together. With the delay, you can glue everything. And there's some places where you need to put delay and some places where you don't put delay. Now I'm gonna teach you about delay and see why I use it so much. So the delay is this little pedal here. We can choose the time. For example, this is my classical tempo, the disco tempo, which is 124 BPM, 484 milliseconds. All right. And with the delay, we have the feedback, which is the amount of time the delay will work. So, for example, if I put down the feedback here, all right, if I put down there's no delay at all. All right, just one repetition. If I turn it on and on and on and on. Infinite loop, infinite delay. And it goes and goes. Now let me put the camera so you can clearly see better. All right? Like this. Oh. So the feedback decides how many times the delay will get going. I usually stay here. And then there's the level, which it's the volume of the delay, which is almost the same as the original vocal. All right. And also here you choose the tempo. This is much faster. And then you slow it down. And also this pedal has this mesh function that I can do this. All right. And I use it with a quarter note, but there's also other type of delay like this. Or like this. But I stay simple. Like simplicity. Simplicity is my motto. And let me just get back to this old here. Right? Let me just grab it down like that. All right, I love technology. All right, so now we are here with our delay and loop station. Why delay is so important? For the first factor is that you can use it as a metronome. So if I have my delay in quarter, I just need one beat, and I have a metronome. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I turn on the feedback, I can even decide not to playing and loop something. Now, let's put the feedback to a maximum power here. And just do this with your microphone, or just play a note with your guitar, like, or like, all right, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can clearly see there's a metronome going on, so I can basically do this. I play one note and then I start to loop. All of a sudden we have a perfect loop. Why? Because I have a delay. And then I can start like this. But the other reason to use the delay is that you can glue the stuff together into the loop station like it's a proper mix. All right? That's one of my secrets that Tribal Need taught me. And basically it's that, because if I loop something like a riff like this, on this loop, it doesn't feel so glued together. It's like it stands on its own and it doesn't feel much into a song. But if I delete these, and then I had the delay. All right? 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 Much more glued together. It's glued together. All right. So delay is a tool to have this glue stuff, and also you have metronome. So for example, if I'm playing a riff, let's start with the basics, like the 8th note on the first lesson, like this. And my delay is set up for a 124 BPM song. You can clearly see that when I'm playing on time, it seems like there's no delay. What this means is that I'm playing right, I'm playing on time, I have the groove. But what happens if I rush or I slow down a little bit? Let's see. You can see that there's like all right. Let's make it more even and noticeable with some not 8th note but quarter note, like this. So if the tempo is this one, you can clearly see that the delay doesn't go with the tempo, all right? Because I'm not playing on time, so I need to do it, and I can feel the groove with the delay. So it's timing. It's all about timing. And so the delay, it gives you the possibility to understand if you're playing good or not, all right? So when I'm playing, usually what I do is I'm going with the delay and then start a loop, all right? And listen what's going on in the background with the delay. If it's not correct, it will not sound good. See, if I make a mistake, oh, I can feel it in the background, but if I play good, this is the intro for Disco Formula 124, one of my songs. It's kind of busy song because there's this loop with all this delay. Look at this. And it's very powerful because it's the same metric, all right? See. What happens if I do this loop without the delay? Let's see. First of all, I need to be more concentrated because I don't need to. It's easy to fail the loop without the delay. Then let's add the other parts. And then the other one. It's much more clean, but also it doesn't feel like mixed. The delay, when you use the delay, it mixes all together and it's like a glue, all right? Now, I want to make an example because you don't need to use delay every time, all right? So we talk about the delay, as a metronome. So it will help you build your loops, but also as, so for timing, and also we talked about as a production stuff. Quindi, so we have timing with the delay, we have better loops, and we also have better songs, but we don't need to overuse the delay. Now, let's make this loop from the beginning with the delay. And let's make an example of when avoid delay. All right. Now that we have our loop, listen, with the delay, I also use the delay on my hi-hat. Oh yeah, let's make this a little bit like that. All right. Now, we can add a bass. There's a riff here which goes like this. Let's hear this riff without the delay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, it sounds good, but with the delay, for me, it adds something. All right, I'm much lover of the delay, so if you are like me, you're gonna love it. Now, we need a bass for this song. And let's see what happens if I play the bass with the delay. Now, things starts to get messy because delay in mixing is used mostly on medium and higher range. When you go to the bass side, you don't use delay because the bass needs to be tight. It needs to be there. It has to be fat and there, and you need a crisp and clear sound for the bass. So now we're gonna delete the loop and add the bass without delay. You can clearly see much more. It's much better. And also, where you don't need to use delay, on the kick, because it's a bass sound, also the kick. So if I play the kick with delay, it will sound terrible. Let's see. All right. But if I play it without the kick, then I use the delay with my microphone when I do the other beatbox stuff like this. Also on the shaker, if you have a shaker. Let's listen how a shaker sounds without delay and with delay. You can clearly see that in the background there's that it feels like heaven, all right? It's little subtle, but in the mix it will make your song sound better. And then we can have the beatbox like. And here I can use the delay. Because it seems like it's like all right, it adds that little groove to the groove, you know, the delay, because sometimes you are rushing or slowing down things that just little bit. That's just a little bit. That the delay is a little bit like that, and then it gets the groove going, baby. Also, if you have any other drum sound, like for example, I used to play the percussion here, and I sampled it here because of neighbor noises and stuff like that that I can't shout because, you know, neighbors are always busy for everyone. And so, if I play this alone, but let's see it with delay. But even one note, if I have, for example, the cowbell. With the delay, all right, we create this groovy sound, all right? Let's see. So use delay for medium and high-end stuff. Don't use it for bass stuff. So if I'm playing a busy bass line, for example, like this. See what happens with delay. The more down you go, the delay just, it's like, it's messy. The bass line has to be tight, all right, and crisp and clear. Also, another example, if I'm playing like the clavinet, like. All right, with delay will sound awful. All right, but if you're playing here, it's good. For example, here, my famous song, the ultimate Michael Jordan Karate Kid, whatever. But if I had the delay, no. Much better, much better. So that's the importance of delay. It will help you give time, it will help get in the groove, it will help you have a metronome. And so that's it. Use the delay carefully. Use it, and also when you have everything set up, use the delay also on solos. You can end solos with delay. Let's make a solo with, and also you can, little errors gets unnoticed when there's a delay. Let's see. If I have, for example, this synth sound, and let's play a solo. Did you see that I made like I played this is a wrong note, but if I play it without the delay, you can feel it better, but with the delay, you can almost do whatever you want, like this, you know. That's my crazy stuff, by the way. So I hope you get the importance of delay. This is an important lesson. It's almost 30 minutes, in fact. And so use the delay as a metronome, as to get in the timing. Don't use it with bass and drums. And let me just, because, you know, if I use delay with drums here. For example, the only use of delay when I use the bass is when I'm ending the song, because it gets the bass fatter and it's one note. Like, for example, if I do this, that's cool, but if I do this, there's these other, like, it's like heaven. I don't know how to describe it. It's three-dimensional, all right? But when you play the groove, the bass needs to be crisp and clear. It doesn't work. Especially with busy bass line. All right? So hope you enjoyed this one. Let's go to the next lesson. Thank you.